Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Hey, everybody. It's Monday. You know what time it is. Time for Players Lounge. Brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming from the SWBC Podcast Studios. Hek'ma Harrison, Newy Scruggs, Barry Church. We are here with you to talk about the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Baltimore Ravens 28-25.
Man, that's rough.
Looking at the
Appreciate
picks,
you, brother.
I had a Baltimore 26-20.
Ah, you was on point.
Barry Church, you had a Baltimore 21-17.
Okay, well, it was almost there.
Hek'ma Harrison.
Hek'ma had the Cowboys winning 31-16.
Ooh, blowout fashion. Ooh.
Killing.
God dog, man. God dog. Hate to see it, man.
Looking at the picks this week, that pick there, Green Bay, Tennessee. I picked Green Bay. You picked Tennessee?
I did?
Yeah, you went Tennessee 20-17.
Oh, what the heck was I
took
thinking?
Tennessee. Chicago at Indy. We all took Indy. We all were there. Good.
Shout out to Anthony Richardson.
Houston at Minnesota. We were all wrong, rolling with the Texans because Minnesota and Sam Darnold went gonzo up in there.
That's a discussion to be had right there.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Philadelphia at New Orleans. The Eagles were trying to give the game away.
Seen your boy, though.
And Barry Church was the only one who got it right.
Yo, what was they saying about Kellen Moore in the last seconds of the situational ball? Can he get the down 12-7? Y'all saw what that man did. Get the ball to the tight end. Let's go down the field. Go for two. We getting it. I told y'all, man.
Jalen Hurts.
He turned the ball over.
Hurts.
He is. But I'm telling
dog team.
He overcame it, dog. I'm telling y'all, hey, y'all sleep on K Moore if you want to. All right, I told y'all what time it was.
I'll keep.
I told y'all what time it was.
The Saints gate out in the way.
Bar ain't do nothing.
I'm not gonna do that.
Church, you went 3-2 on the pitch.
I tell y'all.
You went 3-2.
You went
Tell y'all because y'all ain't want to come on me with the.
That was 3-2.
You went 3-2 also.
Oh yeah.
That would only leave the one and only big homie.
You were 1 for 4.
It's actually 2 for 4, but it's all bad. It's all bad either way.
You picked New Orleans.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You took Dallas.
Y'all laughed
lost.
at me.
You took Tennessee. Lost. You took Houston. Lost.
Well, Chris, what was your number? Chris showed me the books, man. Chris showed me the books, and the books was not right, man.
No, because y'all laughed at me.
Where'd you go different?
I don't know.
He thought he went with Philly. That's what it was.
No, I don't think. I know for sure. I picked.
Do you guys
Saints.
want to know the final stats here? Because I have the books.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go cook the books up.
So Newy went 4-2. So I got you.
Oh, that's right. We had the
Jets.
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 Oh, you see this? Look at that. Look at you.
I forgot Thursday night. Thursday night. Okay.
I mean, we picked Thursday night game, do we not?
That's right.
And
We
we're going to pick
did
tonight's
Thursday
games
night.
too, right? There's 2 tonight, right? We're going to pick those?
Okay.
Yeah, we can pick those up. Yeah, we can pick those
I
up.
forgot Thursday night.
Yeah, so Hek'ma went 2-4.
2-4.
And Church, you went 4-2 as well. So
That's right.
Newy and Church are at 7-7, and Hek'ma is at 5-9.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it, man. Hate to see it, but you know,
hey, baby,
I'm above 500 right now, baby.
Biscuit.
Man,
Okay.
I got the books.
We got the books, man. The sheet of integrity.
The sheet of integrity, right
man.
there.
Better than you thought.
At the sheet of integrity, at this point in the season, you and I had the Cowboys at 1-2. That's what we had.
I think they at right now.
That's what we had. That's what we had.
Sheet of integrity.
1-2 at this point in time.
Yeah, I had them at 2-1.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Hek'ma, 28-25. It was it was not a competitive game. The Cowboys with 19 points in the fourth quarter to cut that lead as the Ravens were acting like an NBA team, specialized in let's just give it up. We're done. We've got the bus warmed up. There's still a game to play, and yeah, they made it into something. But in the end, the Ravens doing exactly what we thought they would do. Looking at the numbers, 274 yards on the ground, averaging 6.1 yards per tote.
That's unheard of.
The Cowboys doing what we thought they would do, meaning they couldn't run the football.
Yeah.
51 rushing yards, 3.2 average there. Yeah, man. Red zone efficiency. We talked about it before. Cowboys need to be better. Cowboys 3 of 4.
They did a little bit better.
You sounds good, but the one you didn't get, CeeDee Lamb fumbles inside the 10-yard line.
Coughed it up, baby.
You
Can't do
cannot
it.
have a
Can't
man
do it.
who, stood on business for a contract, went out there and then dropped that. Got stripped and dropped the next pass his way. And
Connection ain't there, man.
And, pulled the TO on the sidelines.
I love it.
Are we going to talk about the body language too? Because, man.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Man.
Proceed.
Connection ain't there, man.
I'm going to let Heck dive into it. But I got to talk about this body language that we've seen from Mr. 88. Look, we all understand that, this offense is not going to be what it is unless that connection is what it is. Talking about Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Unless they get that combination going, this offense is not going to go very far. It can't be productive. He's one of the best wide receivers in the game. But when you look out there, and I wasn't on the sideline, so I don't know, what was said here and there. I can just go by what I see. And from what I saw was a man that was extremely frustrated. I don't know why he was frustrated, but he was extremely frustrated out there. And when you missing those passes, it's about being professional, in my opinion. You're going out there. You can't show up the other man. And from what I saw, like I said, I could be wrong, but it looked like he was showing up the quarterback right there. And you just can't have that, especially a guy like Dak Prescott who does everything to put his teammates up front. He's never going to throw anybody under the bus. And from what I've seen out there, just the pouting, the slamming fist on the ground, the yelling on the sidelines, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there. That's not how to get the job done. And to me, that's a problem. That's a problem when you talk about your best offensive weapon and your quarterback not on the same page. Now, it could be, that lack of camp that they had out there, whatever the case may be. But, that wasn't the case the first game.
Right.
The first game, they were on target. Let's go. We're picking up right where we left off last year. But that sideline outburst, the slamming, the head nodding, the shaking your head when the ball's not right where you want it to be, that's not what's going to get this team over the hump and where they need to be offensively. So to me, they've got to solve that issue, whatever it is between those two guys, because you need CeeDee Lamb going forward to be that wide receiver that he was last year if you want this offense to be any type of productive. I love what I saw, from Tolbert and Turpin and those guys towards the end of the game. They showed a lot of fight. They were out there trying to get back into the game, and you're going to need your secondary weapons to get going because, teams are going to try to take CeeDee Lamb away, which Baltimore did a great job putting hands on him and being physical. But those outbursts and just, look like you're throwing your quarterback under the bus. It just it's not a good look for the Cowboys right now.
Man, you've worn a helmet and you know what it's like to have all of your body language and all that be up for interpretation.
Yeah.
And somebody sitting in the stands in the arena can't tell exactly what you're saying. They don't know what you're doing. And so Dez for years went through that. A guy that was yelling at himself basically, saying and showing passion. But from everybody on the outside, it looked like he was the guy that was being a malcontent and a cancer to the sideline.
It was some of that too.
Yeah, well, either way, I mean, whatever those interpretations are, and I'm only talking about someone not being able to read your lips and just only interpret what your body language is. But you're correct. I mean, my thing is, you would like for a guy to react a little bit different to fumbling the ball. You would like for a guy to go over to his teammates and say, my bad, that's not to be interpreted. God doing like this, that's on me, my bad, and I'll make up for the next one. But you didn't see that. And I think when things go wrong, if you've ever been in any kind of relationship, when things go wrong, you don't want to be the one making things worse.
Yes.
Right? And so when I look down at the sideline, and that's what I was doing the whole game, looking at the sideline, seeing who's going to be that guy that's going to try and rally the troops, because as we stated all last week, look, if you find yourself behind, you're going to have to try and you may end up having to throw the ball 45 times, not 51 times. But if you're in that kind of situation where you have to throw the ball 51 times, you need everybody to be on the same page. And something about the Dallas Cowboys offense just does not look like it's on the same page. Whether it's the running game, the passing game, there's something amiss. I don't know exactly what it is. I can't wait for somebody to tell me, but it's something missing in this offense. But it just got to the point in this game, obviously in that first half, where they just had nothing. They had nothing. And every time something bad happens, you look at it and it's 11 guys going,
oh man. Yep.
And so, look, we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about guys' body language and arguing on the sideline and all that. But if you've ever been in a competitive environment ever, you know that kind of stuff happens. I'm gonna argue with you because we getting the brakes beat off us. It may not make it great enough to get us out here on the field and improve what's happening, but that happens everywhere, high school, college, everywhere. But you just can't be that guy that just completely throws up your hands and give up. You know, and then especially what happens then the ball comes to you, and what do? You drop it.
Drop it. Yeah.
You drop it. Or you miss an assignment on defense because that hole was yours. That tackle should have been made by you. But now because your head is out of the game, everything starts to snowball after that. And so, look, that's exactly what I saw from this team.
What you see there, Newy? What did you see?
It's real simple. Your stars didn't show up again. So we have 3 star players on this team that people would call stars. CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott having issues on the sidelines, mainly 88. And then you see Micah Parsons getting into it with Tank Lawrence. This is not how you win. This is why you fail. You can't have these guys, not only they're not producing, now we got sniping going on. Where does this happen where there's winning that's also following? This is bad. Yeah. This is bad. This is the ego turning into the enemy on the sidelines. And I'm sorry, I'm not giving CeeDee Lamb a pass at all. Okay, I don't want to hear about, I wasn't in training camp. No, you signed a contract. People expect you to go ahead and get it done.
That's 100% right.
I mean, that's it, man. That's it. This is week 3, not week 1, not week 2, week 3. You cannot get stripped of the football inside the 10-yard line when your team needed. That changed the tenor of the game. I thought Brad Sham did a very good job in explaining that as it happened and after the game. It's a different football game.
Can't do it.
You can't do that. You want that much money, and people always talk about people's money. No. When Jerry Jones say after the game, I couldn't afford to sign Derrick Henry. Okay, well, you know why? Because you got to pay other people here. Got to pay the quarterback. Got to pay the wide receiver. So you guys want your money. He gave you your money. This ain't what you should be giving back. Where's the return on investment? Come on, baby.
I ain't seen it.
Come on. No. And yes, you had a drop. I mean, a strip. You can't next go have a drop. Then next thing you know, you're on the sidelines getting after it. Man, that's not cutting it. And I saw somebody talk about, well, you know what, man, Dez Bryant, when he was here, Dez had this. What the hell they went with Dez Bryant?
Not a thing. I was a part of it.
What they went with Dez Bryant? All this passion. What does passion get? Nothing. At some point in time, all this passion needs to result in some production and getting someplace.
That's facts.
We got all these people want to put on 88. Okay, what happened to the 2 dudes who wore 88? They won championships.
That's true.
Championships. Well, these last 88s, Tony O'Brien, we forgot about him. I haven't. Tony O'Brien,
I did forget about that. Yeah.
Dez Bryant, not CeeDee Lamb. Not seeing any winning. Not seeing any winning going on with this, man.
Yeah, but you lost. And that's what this is. It's going to go as a loss on the Cowboys record. You can spin it however you want to. They're 1-2, right? They have an opportunity on Thursday to improve, to pull within 500. This is a team to me that looks like they need a bye week in a hurry, pronto, to be able to kind of circle the wagons to get back on track. This was the worst game for CD to pull this in, though, because we've been talking all week about who's going to be that number 2 receiver. Well, finally, you get Jake Ferguson, 6 catches and 95 yards. The problem with that is CD has 4 for 67, right? And so the production we've been asking for Kevontae Turpin, 3 catches for 51. Jalen Tolbert, 3 catches for 42. Jalen Tolbert went out there and did exactly what you needed him to do in the ball game. Be a change agent. A guy move the sticks for you, right? But then when the running game isn't hitting on any cylinder at all, if all you're going to rely on is this passing game, then come on, give it to me. All right, just come on. Let's come on. If you're going to go 5, let's go 5 wide. Let's just go 5 wide, because obviously this offensive line isn't geared for the running game. And Mike McCarthy, God bless you. I know you want to try and establish some semblance of the running game, but teams ain't buying it. Yeah. Teams ain't buying it. And the defense is the way that they're coming out and they're playing the Cowboys, they don't respect this running game at all.
And to me, what's kind of a scary trend that you're looking at with this Cowboys team is, 3 of the last 4 games. If you include that Green Bay Packers game, 3 of the last 4 games and the last 3 home games, this team has started extremely slow. Yeah. And this was not the case, leading up with Mike McCarthy. Usually, oh, man, and I've been, an advocate of this. This man's always getting his teams ready to play. They're always going to give you their best shot out there. But the 3 of the last 4 games, Green Bay, they went up on you 14-0 with the quickness. You look what happened with the Saints game. This past game, they went up on you 14-0 with the quickness. So, to me, these slow starts, it's starting to become a trend.
Why is that?
And that's the thing. That's what I can't put my finger on.
That's what I'm asking.
We talked about it on Friday. You want to put your strength out on the field first.
Right.
We talked about the offense going out there first.
Bing,
bow. 3 and out, you out.
They're running on you like crazy.
And you get ran on defense.
They are running through you.
Slow starts.
And again, not just running through you with ease. Just go. I mean, dude's brutal watching these drives. I mean, they're just going on them, and there's no resistance. Everything that we spent talking about on the Players Lounge through the offseason has started to come true through these games. Your defensive line is an issue. They can't stop the run. Your offensive line, 2 rookies, they're still gelling. Nate Newton says he believes that Mike Solari was getting them, and he says he thinks, give it some more time. He thinks that they can get something there. But the other issue becomes the running backs. Nobody's scared of these guys.
At all. The guy can struggle.
Yeah.
He struggled. Yeah, BB struggled. They both got all they can have from that D-line.
And they have started to look like rookies. They're starting to look like rookies. But even on the offensive side, look, you can pound the table against that offensive line and what they were able to do with the running game or whatever, right? 16 carries for 51 yards. That's not enough. That's not getting it done, and that's not keeping any balance. Throwing the ball 51 times is always going to be the recipe for a disaster when you come back the next day. But my question is always been with this team, we know who the superstars are, but who are the guys? Nobody wants to be known as a jag, right? But you have to, if you got 53 guys on the team, you got to have some jags. You got to have some guys that just do their job, not guys that come out there and try and play better than what they are. Look, do your job. Stay in this hole. Stay in this gap. Our safeties, linebackers, guys overrunning, over pursuing plays. Look, we can put a lot on this. The 1 and 3 technique got you whooped. All right, they got you whooped in the middle. But there are other things where you look at the tape and go, man, you're over pursuing, bro. What? You're hopping out of the gap.
I mean, how many times did we see this Baltimore team capture the edge and get around the edge? Like the middle got destroyed, but the outside got destroyed as well. And I go back to the offensive side of the football. They were going against the worst, the 32nd ranked passing defense in the National Football League. All right, you got an old Humphreys out there. Only person they got in the secondary that can go ahead and be that all-pro guy is Hamilton. And he showed it. We talked about it on the show all week. Where do you need to attack this team? In the air. You got to be able to go through this secondary. And they didn't stand a chance. And this is a team that plays primarily zone. You know what they did? They went out there and said, clamp up.
Yeah.
They went out there. You saw it every single third down. Man to man, clamp up. And not one of those guys was winning the one-on-one opportunities. Not Cooks, not Tolbert, not Turpin, not CeeDee Lamb. They put their hands on those guys and they couldn't get open. That Prescott's sitting back there, man. Somebody do something.
Right.
Get open. And they couldn't. This is the 32nd ranked defense passing wise in the National Football League. That's you got to be able to take advantage of that. You have to. And we just did not see it at all. No. And to me, that was really surprising. Really surprising.
The Cowboys are now 1-2. They go to New York this Thursday night. The Giants ended up winning their first game of the year. They happen to beat Cleveland in Cleveland. The Cowboys' only win of the year was in Cleveland.
Oh, man.
So we'll see exactly what they have here. This is a game that the Cowboys need. The Cowboys' defensive line has got problems. I'll give you a stat next. It's going to blow your mind. And where is Mike McCarthy sitting at right now, in your opinion, as they are now 1-2 with the head coach having his contract up after the year?
Sizzle.
Hek'ma Harrison, Barry Church, Newy Scruggs, Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming right here on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, Crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry. Even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! Back to the Players Lounge.
This segment is brought to you by Yeti, the official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hek'ma Harrison, Barry
Yes,
Church, Newy Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Barry, you're a former Dallas Cowboy, so as I read this stat to you, I know you're a DB, but still, you'll be horrified to hear this.
Oh, no.
The defensive player. Per ESPN research, the Cowboys have allowed 557 rushing yards.
Oh, my goodness.
The most through 3 games since 1963.
What?
They have
557.
They have allowed 5.4 yards per carry, the worst average through 3 games since 1979.
Wow.
They have given up 8 rushing touchdowns, the most in franchise history through 3 games.
Wow.
Swiss cheese, my man. Swiss cheese defense. Okay?
Not the Swiss cheese.
Chris Bean.
Yo, let's go.
Who's the official cheese sponsor of the Cowboys? Jerry got one?
I don't know that one.
Swiss cheese defense, man.
Wow.
I mean, dude.
But you can pick it up at Albertsons and Tom Thumb.
There you go. The artisan cheese is right there available for you. So
557.
557.
Bro.
In 3 games?
3 games.
That's downright embarrassing, man. And when you look at it, you can, like, even if you've never watched the game and somebody just sat you down and was like, man, just take a look at this tape. See what you think about this tape. You can sit there and tell, man, they ain't getting off no blocks. Who's winning the one-on-ones? Who's shedding blocks? You saw it time after time. And I know we gave Bell all he could take last season because he was in the wrong position. But the guys that got on the second level ain't doing much better this year.
Bell, Clark, we gave them all some.
Awesome. And then we talked about, oh, man, why wasn't Overshown playing after that first game?
You know
why wasn't he playing?
You saw it.
Oh, I'm in there this week. That's what he said. I'm in there this week. They got me in base.
They saw it, too.
And they saw it. And they went right at that young man.
Yeah.
I understand Derrick Henry is a big man. He is hard to bring down. Trust me, I know. But come on, man. You had guys checking shoe sizes out there.
Of course you did.
You had them checking shoe
Of course you did.
Wasn't nobody hitting that man in the chin.
No.
You saw it. He was getting to the second and third level untouched. And that's what we said that cannot happen. The way to slow this man down is you got to get hit on him early. He's the juggernaut. Once he starts rolling and getting that momentum, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah, man.
You let that man get to the third level, you think them DBs is going to bring that man? No.
Oh, man.
My man was stiff-arming guys to the next area code, man.
Yeah.
And
that Kayla Carson stiff arm
that was brutal. But he's the only one that went up top.
Yeah.
Like, at least he went up top. Everybody else was checking shoe sizes,
Michael
man.
went up top 2 once.
He went for a ride. I mean, I'm just,
buy your ticket,
man. This to me, it was. I mean, it's Marinelli used to call it man on man, bone on bone. You got to win your one-on-ones, and nobody out there is winning their one-on-ones.
25 attempts for Derrick Henry, 151 yards. Average 6 yards a tote. His longest was 29 yards, and he rushed for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, the thing that, obviously you watch the line of scrimmage and you look at who's establishing, who's dominating the line of scrimmage, and all you can see is the line of scrimmage moving each and every snap. And it's at the point of attack for me. It's guys that you're seeing them. Obviously, the double team is going to come. You asked Crawford the same question, like, how hard is it to stay on the double team? I thought you were being funny when you said that. But anyway, you see a guy getting the double team, and then next thing you know, this guy's getting to the second level on a linebacker. It's impossible for Kendricks to be effective in your defense when he has a guy literally sitting in his lap. It's impossible for linebackers to scrape and get downhill and make tackles when they have tackles chasing them off of their point of attack as well. I mean, it's an all-around failure as a defense. It doesn't matter if you play a 4-3, 3-4. If the middle of your defense is getting decimated and just destroyed, the rest of your defense isn't working. And you can talk about what's happening on the edges all you want to, but then what happens is play action. You have to respect anything that you think is going to come up the middle of your defense.
Okay, based off what you just said here, and this is the other conversation. People are blaming Mike Zimmer, defensive coordinator. People are jumping on the head coach, Mike McCarthy. What's going on around here? They're on the hot seat. But I'd be remiss if we don't ask, what about the general manager? The GM ain't GMing, because we spoke and talked about this all offseason long, man. Yeah. What we're seeing up front, this is not passing the smell test. Yeah. Well, Mozzie's going to get better. Linval Joseph.
What was that? You guys, are y'all practicing y'all facial expressions now? What is going on?
Dude, I mean, it's what it is, man. What you want me to do, get a Diddy stare? I mean,
that ain't right, man.
Hek'ma, the things we spoke about, and them trying to say we like our guys or we think we're going to be, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not. And then when they were trying to substitute, run off guys here at the end, we're going to make a trade for Jordan Phillips, we're going to do all, it's not working.
Yeah.
And as you see,
look, it ain't even hindsight. It ain't even hindsight because you came into the season talking about the same thing. Yeah. And now that it's coming to roost and you see it, it's like, well, damn, you should have known that a while ago. Mm-hmm. And look, this defense is built for speed. It's built for getting up the field, getting sacks. But now everybody
I think you did say that on.
Otherwise, now teams are going to run exactly at them. Teams are going to run at them and
straight
at a straight line.
2 words.
In a straight line. You've been running this entire season.
Running.
And if you look at Micah is saying, please, just drop back for once. Let me rush the passer just one time, because now all I have to do is stonewall with this tackle or be chipped by this tight end. And it takes all of the, I guess, whatever your scheme is out. Because you can't just pin your ears back and come out to the quarterback. You get ran at 49 times for 270 yards. I mean, you're obviously not built for this. Let me tell you what's even more embarrassing, the fact that the last 2 games, quarterbacks have only thrown the ball 15 times.
That is the right there.
15 times.
You said it right.
This is the NFL. This is the NFL.
And why? Because front running.
But no, because teams can run at you.
Say it.
Because teams can run at you and just break your will. They can take your will from you.
And get out in front.
You know, and that's why we were talking about, you win the coin toss. What do? Take the ball, go down and score. Yeah, you don't score. Dude, Lamar Jackson goes off the edge, push the ball over the end zone, and you should have saw the body language of everybody. It was like, man.
And on that same play, you saw it was Velcro.
Yeah.
Everybody was still attached.
Yeah.
And look, we give the bazooka or the missile,
call it whatever you want to.
Call it whatever you want to. But to me, at least he kind of showed some fight out there. Yeah. Like, where was my guy D-Law?
That's what I said.
Where were you at? Osa.
Jags.
Where are you at?
Where are my guys? Where are my guys? Can I get one guy?
I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, you see it, 11 chasing guys. It might be a big game. He's chasing them. Where was 90? Where was 97?
Hey, the Carpenter's got his tools. Linval Joseph. What was that?
What
was that?
Is it even fair to bring up Linval Joseph?
No, we got no. It is. It is.
This dude laying on the couch.
No, it is.
Call Okay.
We gotta.
He put his pads on.
Yeah, he went out there.
You asked for 10 snaps.
No, because what else do we have? What else do we have? I mean, you're playing the whole second half with your number 1 draft pick that's getting whooped on every place. What else do you have? To me, if I'm a coach, I'd rather go out there and lose with a guy that's going to give me at least some effort than send a guy out there that don't want no piece of what's going on. You're slow off the line of scrimmage. You're loafing. How many loafs can I hand this guy? Yeah. How many loafs can I give him? And if I'd rather lose with the guy that I know don't have anything in the tank than some guy that's willingly out here doing the hokey pokey. He's going the other way. I don't know how many one techniques 360. 5 yards, you're doing a pirouette,
and it's
5 yards off to the ball,
and it's scary because it's like, where do you turn? Where is the solution? I mean, you look back there like, man, you get in. No, you can't get in the game. But where do you turn?
I don't know.
There's not a solution in sight, and that's the scary part of it.
That's the part that's on the general manager because he's got to get on the horn. You got to get on the horn. You got to make a deal because this situation is going to happen to you next year if you don't bring somebody in. Because that's the same thing in the running game. If you don't have anybody that can run the ball, if you don't have any second, third, or fourth wide receivers, dog, you got to make a deal. And I'm talking about right now.
What kind of deal? I mean, who's giving up anybody any good, and what's it going to
I don't know. I mean, that's the magic of being a front office person and understanding what's out there.
It really reminds me. Oh, my bad.
I mean, if we're going to say Will McClay and how great he is at these things, go find somebody. Yeah. Because we can't sit here and say we don't have anybody.
Okay. You say go find somebody. What's the cost? Because are you trying to start giving up first, second day draft picks?
Yeah.
For you can go, and what's going to be one guy, one man.
Yeah.
One man not going to fix all this.
Yeah, you absolutely need a 3 technique and a 1 technique that don't get whooped inside. And if you can get a 1 technique that doesn't get whooped inside, your defense is going to be 30% better than what they are right now. And that 30% may have made the difference between 274 yards being run on you.
That's
And so Church just basically said, who do we have? You don't have no one. You don't have anyone on practice squad. Give me another option, Newy.
2025 draft.
Oh, man, no, man, come on. Draft no, man, that is
all right.
Wow.
The Halloween draft show. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with that Halloween draft show. Spooky.
That's crazy.
I mean,
that's
spooky
crazy.
season.
So we doing it like that today, huh?
We're doing it like that.
We gonna do it like that.
They did this to themselves. GM did this.
1 and 3. 1 and 3. And so look, in Church, I guess I can ask you this, man. You would know. Do you want to be playing your best football in September? Yes. Yeah. But if you're going to be playing some bad football, I'd rather it happen now than happen later.
That's the best you got?
Look, here's a my ass. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is they're not going to hand the Lombardi out right now. And the same teams that you're talking about are going to end up playing in the Super Bowl. They played some of their worst ball in September. Right. The Green Bays, the teams that you love and covered so much. They play bad ball. So, look, I don't want to be playing my best ball right now. If I got to have it corrected, let's get it corrected right now.
Okay. Go ahead. Roll that sleeve up.
It's just scary because the answer, I don't know where you go with the answer, man. That's the only thing that's scary.
But at one point, you're not telling me that the season is lost.
When you're still too early.
It's still too early. You can't. I'm not going that route. You're not finna tell me right now, oh, let's start the draft show. Let's get to the draft show.
It's definitely too early for that.
Let's start the draft show.
What's just so scary is, defensively, you don't have an answer. Offensively, you still don't have a run game or an answer there. I mean, if we're being, keep it 100 on the show, and that's what we do.
For sure.
Outside of that onside kick, man, things could have got even worse.
Yeah.
So, they were lucky to be in the position they were at the end of that game, if we're keeping it all the way 100. So, to me, what's scary is usually, all right, you got to fix one side of the ball. Early in the season, you got to fix one side, whether it's the defensive or the offensive side of the ball. Right now, they're in a situation where they got to fix both.
Right.
And that is a scary thing going into this season because you got a first-place schedule. It's not like it's going to get any easier. It's not. So, man, they got some work to do, man. Big Mike and them boys got some work to do, man.
It's about front running. You look at the first half, the possession chart for Baltimore. First drive, 5 plays, 71 yards, touchdown. Second drive, 7 plays, 70 yards, touchdown. Third drive, punt. Fourth drive, punt. Fifth drive, 8 plays, 88 yards, touchdown. Then it was the end of the half.
Explosives.
And then you just look at the summary, man, the first half summary. You start looking and you dive into those numbers here, man. I mean, 21-6. But in the first half, just first half alone now, 272 yards for the Ravens, 111 of those running the ball.
That's crazy.
161 passing yards, 3 of 3 in red zone efficiency there. They got a fumble inside the red zone there. I mean, it's hard to win when this is what's happening to you. 20 carries, 111 rushing yards in the first half for 5.6 yards to average. And Lamar Jackson completed 10 passes in the first half, okay? That's in the first half. Dude finished with how many for the game that he completed? Let me go back here in my chart. Completed 12. Dude completed 2 passes in the second half, man.
That's diabolical.
2.
That's,
2.
That ain't gonna get it done.
So, I mean, we've already talked about what quarterbacks are doing here. The same thing with Derek Carr and the same way with Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson didn't even have to put his cape on and be MVP Lamar Jackson.
One point I will say, I'm starting to see what you saw in El Boogie. I'm starting to see it. That's one point.
We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. Hek'ma asked for hope. I'm giving him the great white hope. When we come back next, right here on the Players Lounge, Aristocrat Gaming is your sponsor, DallasCowboys.com.
I'm Cowboys alumni, Danny McCray, here with Smoothie King asking, what's that sound? That's the sound of me sipping one of their power-packed smoothies with over 10 grams of protein. With real fruits and organic veggies, because at Smoothie King, what you see is what you sip. So grab a delicious Smoothie King smoothie, throw a straw in your jaw, and get sipping real. Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss retail stores. Hashtag be your own boss.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane's sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboy Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboy fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys.
All right, Hek'ma Harrison, thank you very much. Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Got Barry Church here.
Yes,
I'm Newy Scruggs. So, you teased it going into the break. Hunter Lemke.
El Boogie.
They still don't want to get a man the ball as they Cowboys rushed 16 times for 51 yards, averaging 3.2 yards total. But in the past game, Hunter Lemke, El Boogie, three targets, 2 catches, 41 yards, averaged 20.5 a pop, had a long of 24.
Dallas
As
Park.
you were out here looking to try to get yourself back into the game, looking for a spark, Hunter Lemke was there. Hek'ma, you like, what you going to do next? I'll say this. Dalvin Cook and Hunter Lemke need to be getting some better options out here. I mean, running Deuce Vaughn 2 times for 5 yards, not cutting it. Ezekiel Elliott, 3 rushes for 6 yards.
Nah.
Yeah, kiss the baby on that.
Yeah. It's a bad showing. And then the second time that he and Dak have not been able to connect on that. It's the second time, wide open.
That was a bad ball, too.
And it's just, I mean, it's things like that. But, you know, for me, I think when you're coming around to Hunter Lipke, he's probably the only guy that you saw have any fight on that other side. When you needed it, you know, Hunter Lipke was that. I don't know. When it comes down to whether Cooks gets an opportunity to finally get a jersey and show us what he has, at this point, man, I'm willing to see that over the Deuce Vaughn package, you know, over some of these other guys, because it's not getting it done. I've always been a player over plays kind of person, and I know that Mike McCarthy's doing his best to dial it up, but with the guys that he has, it's just not happening. And for me, it's always been, if you are a playmaker or you're a guy that we recognize when it's 3rd and 6, everybody in the whole arena knows who the ball is coming to. You've played against guys like that have been those kind of playmakers, double team, don't matter bracket, don't matter what it is, no matter what it is. The Dallas Cowboys don't have that. You know, Mike McCarthy has to execute the perfect play. Perfect. You know, has to be not this guy made a 5-yard catch and then took it the rest of the way. None of that yak is even up for grabs for us.
Yeah, and what bothers me about this, he did 20 for carry. That's crazy. But to me, what's
Lipke? He did. Lipke is the man.
We're seeing the same thing. You know,
he didn't fumble it
like we saw in that running back room last year, where we were like, wait a second, Tony Pollard got all that speed and explosiveness. Why are you just running them up into the gut and giving Rico Dowdle the outside runs or the screens here and there? And we're seeing it this year as well. Why is Zeke in that situation where he's catching, footballs in the flat? You got a guy like Deuce who I think can be great in the screen game, can be great in that little trickeration type back, but you running him up the gut. Correct. And it's just confusing to me. And to me, this running back by committee, it sounded good at the beginning of the year. We're going to make this thing work, but I think it's a point in the season now, and it's early. Which I'm saying this is crazy, but it's a point in the season now where you got to establish a lead back. You got to let that guy get the rhythm. And I think that's Dowdle. I think Rico has the most juice out of everybody in that backfield so far. I know we haven't seen Cooks, but you got to let those guys get in the rhythm. I played where, I had to rotate in and out with guys, and it sucks because you got to get a rhythm going against that opposing offense. With Rico in that backfield, get him a rhythm, start getting going. When he's in the ball game for 3 or 4 plays here and there, he touches the ball once, then, all right, you're out for this drive. It's the next guy's turn. It's hard to get a rhythm like that. It's hard to understand where your line's blocking, what's the strength of their defensive line so I can stay away from that. It's tough, man. So I think they got to get themselves established a lead back and let that guy go ahead and handle the majority of the carries. And when he needs a breather, bring the next guy in. This whole let's rotate every series, man, it's got to be tough for that running back room.
And it's got to be equally as frustrating for the offensive line because they don't get into a rhythm with the guy as well. I mean, you block a certain way for a certain back because he's going to cut off of this or do that. And all 3 of the guys or whatever, 4 of the guys that you have, everybody has a different running style and everybody's going to approach it differently. Mm-hmm. But I'm with you. I mean, let's scrap all of this. Because what it does is it shows how dysfunctional the offense runs when we're looking at, on first down, we run the ball on first down and the guy only gets 1 yard. And then it's 2nd and 9. Then you run it again. And then now it's 3rd and 8. Yeah. And everything is so predictable when it's 3rd and 8. What you going to do? You going to throw the ball? Right? Yep. And everybody knows it. But it's that part about the offense that even when they, with the fumble be damned, they just were having so much of a hard time getting into any rhythm. On defense, I don't know if you agree with this, but to me, with the missed tackles, the arm tackles, the guys that are hanging on blocks, it's a preseason thing to me. These guys look like they are straight up playing preseason football with some of the missed assignments. Now, I can accept that when I'm in a preseason situation, but in game, 3rd game of the season, you can't be playing like that. Malik Hooker overcommitted. Donovan Wilson, come on now. I mean, how many times have 6 and 28 shown up like, hey, man, you cannot over pursue like that and miss a tackle.
You still got him going to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, okay. I do. Man. I'm going down with the boat, Newy. We're going to be here all season together.
I'm telling you. Oh, man.
Going down with the boat, Newy. That's commitment.
Is it?
Yeah, it's commitment. Going down with the boat, Newy.
Oh, okay.
Man. Yeah. Right. That's me.
Damn.
Heart will go on.
Huh?
Your heart will go on, right?
Not the Titanic. Not the Titanic.
Yeah. Going down with the boat. Going down with the boat.
I don't know. CeeDee Lamb ain't trying to go down with that boat like yesterday.
It's Naeem Akbar.
Educated brother in the back.
It was Dakota Prescott, the rich brother from the bank.
No,
he threw it high.
That's tough.
What was that penalty on when it was pass interference? They would have had the ball on the 1 yard line right before half, but then
hold.
They called the hold. It was Mickey talked about that on Mick Shot.
That was a bad.
That would have been a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
but that's where they're at right now.
Yeah,
where you got your top target fumbling inside the 10, your first round pick with these kinds of mistakes they're making at home, and they're not good enough to do that against good teams. This week you face a team that you have more talent than.
Yeah, you can get away with it.
Let's see what they can do. And right now, their Cowboys seemingly are built the way you're good enough, you have enough talent to beat a bad team, but it's hard for you to beat a good team.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially when you're out here giving them these types of advantages, like fumbling the ball or committing penalties. They can't do that. They're not good enough to do it. So come Thursday, they got to get this cleaned up.
Yeah.
Because if it's
I don't want to put that in the air, man. I can't do that.
Put it in the air. Put it in the air.
You can't do it, man.
Can't happen. Can't do it. Can't do it. You got to win this one. I mean, you got to come out. You got Danny Dimes. You got to come in there and just start snatching.
Week 4, got to have it.
Yep, got to have it.
Got to have it. You gonna pick these 2 games?
Hey, 7-7 look good though.
Yeah, we do have games though. We got 2 of them today.
7-7 look
okay.
good.
Monday night double header.
Heckma trying to come back. That's what this is.
That's got that juice up there. Oh no, 7-7 look good up there, man.
The New York water is good for 7-7 up there,
I see
man.
Hek'ma trying to come back this week. Okay. All right, Big Beamer, what we got, baby?
We got Jacksonville at Buffalo.
Ooh, Duval.
Church Duval?
No.
I mean, you always got Duval, don't you?
I do, but not now. Dang, give me Buffalo, 28-17.
I'm gonna go be low on this too, man. My eye too. Dust showed me, boy.
Dust ain't playing right now.
I'm gonna go 23-17.
The Dust.
I have no faith in Trevor Lawrence anymore. Off that train. 31.
This is only keeping me
20.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Where's Cincinnati? Cincinnati at home against
Washington at Cincinnati.
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah.
Give me the Bengals. I'm going Bengals. They ain't gonna score 30. I'm going Bengals 25-14.
It's in Cincinnati?
In Cincy.
You know what? Nah, I ain't gonna trip it off like that. Give me the Bengals.
Go!
Man. Give me the Bengals 28-21, man. I almost went with DQ for a second, man. Almost.
Sheet of integrity.
Sheet of integrity. Not the integrity.
32-17. Bengals are 0-2. You cannot follow 0-3. They'll be like the Ravens. They'll be desperate for a win. You got to win this one. Cincinnati at home. Easily on that. Hey, Hek'ma, good week for you, buddy.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Get us out of here, dude. Get us out of here, man.
Yeah. You might take our headphones off, Hek'ma?
No, you straight this time. You straight. Man. You'll be here tomorrow, right? So I get a chance to get to you tomorrow. Oh man. And blow your eardrums out tomorrow.
Players Lounge. Brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming.
Newy Scruggs, ladies and gentlemen.
We out of here, baby.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!